80,000 tech workers have been laid off in the industry in the 2022 alone. And if you're a product designer who has been laid off from one of these big tech companies, or you are just looking for your first design job but you are depressed, I will give you 3 tips that if somebody had given me when I was looking for my UX design job, it would have saved me a lot of time. Epictetus said there are things that are in our control and there are things that are not. Getting laid off is not in your control as a product designer. Getting rejected from a job is not in your control as a product designer. But what you do is in your control. So if you are laid off right now as a product designer, chances are you have more free time in your hand than you had previously. And that makes us come to the term a lifetime or dead time that is coined by Malcolm X. You see, when Malcolm X was sentenced to prison, he had a choice. He could be who he was throughout all his life, just goof off with inmates and do illegal stuff, or he could spend the free time he had on prison just reinventing himself. And he chose the latter, and that made all the difference. He read thousands of books during his time in prison, and that made him later become the public figure he had because of his developed intellectual capacity. So if you are right now have more free time in your hand, ask yourself how you can reinvent yourself. What is the one thing you can learn today that will give you dividends later? While learning new things is important, it is also important to understand our emotional state. When I was looking for my first product design job in a pandemic post-recession, I was struggling a lot because my ego was bruised. So I was angry, I wanted vengeance, revenge, I had resentment all over me every single day. And I had to realize, and I did realize, that looking things in that way, in how wronged I was actually my ego. And I had to control or basically manage my ego, because to find the new opportunities I needed a calm head so I could strategize. So realize that you are angry, you might be hurt, you might feel resentful, and these feelings are okay. We can't control our feelings, but try at the very least to manage your emotions. What is a key example of managing one's ego? Let's say your dream job was to apply for FANG companies and you are just laid off. Chances are it might be hard for you to get back into the FANG jobs, and it might be better for you to go for an essential business that will be less sexy, like healthcare, but it will give you a much more stable job for the next year where you can upskill, go through your dream job again. While these 2 concepts of using your free time better and managing your ego is important, sometimes these mental strategies don't work because we just feel very overwhelming emotions. When that happens, when we can't access our minds, a good strategy I found is to access our body. So when I was very stressed as I was looking for my first UX design job, I actually adopted a exercise regimen that was very rigorous. It was 5 to 7 times a week. I would either run or do calisthenics, and that let me manage my emotions better, and that also let me have a much more calm and collected spirit when I actually got through the stressful stages of negotiating an offer or applying to jobs, let's say, more consistently. Hey guys, if you understand how to mitigate your layoff situation and you are also looking to use your free time better, make sure to watch this next video that will show you how to practice your design skills more effectively.